Here's a quick story of how one email brought in over $5,000 in sales in less than 3 hours. A few years ago, I was sitting in my client's office talking about email marketing. There were a lot of screwed up faces, looks of disgust. How dare I ask them to email their customers? I knew I was going to be in for a bit of a fight. They didn't want to do it. Why? Because they hated getting marketing emails, and therefore they assumed so did everybody else, including their customers. I get it. I don't love them. Only last week, my inbox was filled with promo emails from a store that I buy from. They had sent multiple emails promoting all of their new products, promoting their discount offers, and honestly, it was getting really annoying. Despite my annoyance, I didn't unsubscribe. I just kept deleting the emails without reading them until something caught my eye. A pink and white dress, very on brand. I stopped mid-irritation, clicked through, and added to cart. Then I hawk-eyed some cute little flats in the springiest of green. 15 minutes later, I am in deep and there is no getting me out of that website. My cyber cart was busting. Now, my point is that nobody loves email marketing, just like nobody loves sitting through television ads or radio ads or social media marketing, any ads, right? People don't like ads. We know that. And they don't like being marketed to, unless you have something that they might want or they need. I needed some new spring summer goodies. I want a wardrobe full of dresses and shoes. The right offer, that cute dress, hit my inbox at the right time. I've probably deleted over 100 emails from that retailer in the past 6 months, but not on that day. That day, I happily spent up. The 2 quick lessons here are, I didn't unsubscribe even when the emails were annoying me because I still like the brand and I'm interested in seeing what's coming out. I just happened to be annoyed at that time because I had a lot of other stuff going on and I like to keep a zero inbox. So I was overwhelmed that week and they were annoying me. Despite being annoyed, I spent money. I have ignored months and months of previous emails from them, but I didn't ignore that email. So back to my clients and the $5,000 in sales. They needed cash flow and they needed it fast. They were desperate to launch a new product range, but they didn't have all of the cash flow that they needed, and the clock was ticking. My question to them was, how many subscribers do you have? And when was the last time you sent them an email? 4,500 of them, and never have we emailed them. What came next should not surprise you. It was a tense conversation about the wads of money that they were missing out on and their failed counter arguments about how nobody likes email marketing and everyone will get annoyed and they will unsubscribe. Now I won. They sent the email and they made over $5,000 in sales before lunch. That was 80% of what they needed to move forward. They made the rest over the next few hours. They sent out a very brief but on-brand email highlighting the stock items that would soon sell out. It worked beautifully and it moved a whole heap of stock that had been sitting around for a while. It was a win for them and a win for their customers. How does this relate to you and your business? Right now, your past, your current, and your future customers may need or want what you have. If you don't put it in front of their faces, somebody else will. They're likely subscribed to other businesses that will happily market to them and happily accept their money. And yes, I know, but Melanie, when I send emails, all of these people unsubscribe. That's fine. People unsubscribe for a wide range of reasons. Maybe they don't need or want what you offer anymore. That's all right. Perhaps they're trying to reduce their inbox overload. They may have even accidentally subscribed under multiple email addresses. Who knows? Who cares? That's their business. There is nothing saying that they won't be back. Great, but how do you get people on your list? Well, you do a few things. First, you make it a big, enticing option on your website. Notice how I just said enticing. If right now you have a join our newsletter or subscribe here box, I guarantee that you're missing out on a lot of potential subscribers. Nobody wants to join your newsletter or subscribe to your list. There is no tangible benefit to them doing that. to them handing over their email address. If you own a product-based business, for example, a first order or a discount of free shipping is a great incentive to get started. If you can't afford to cover either of those, then you have a pricing issue. Your price should include a margin for marketing and offering a discount in exchange for a sale or an email address. That is a cost of your marketing. Now, I can hear my profit lovers screaming already. They often say that they know that I hate discounting. What I don't like is discounting without purpose. I don't like it when business owners discount as a method of generating sales because they haven't managed their cash flow. Discounting should be part of a well thought out marketing strategy and not a reactive response to an emptied bank account. If you offer a service like accounting, legals, coaching, design, you might need to get a little bit more creative, but you have literally hundreds of incentives you could offer. What information would be helpful to somebody who was looking to invest in your service or purchase your offers? Are you social media savvy? Do you already have a large following? Get into the habit of moving people from your social media platforms to your email list ASAP. Share the offers mentioned or create some subscriber-only offers, looks behind the scenes of your business, or content that they can only get from being a subscriber to your email list. Now, what about people who've already purchased? Not only is it more profitable to sell to previous customers, you don't have to spend marketing money to attract them, they're also more likely to purchase from you again. They bought from you once, they will buy from you over and over and over, unless you gave them a really awful experience. Make sure your shopping cart or your client and customer sales and onboarding process includes a step where you move them onto your email marketing list. Now, the rules of adding people to your email marketing list when they make a purchase can be a little bit confusing, and they do differ from country to country. You may need to add a specific sign up for more offers kind of checkbox on your shopping cart, so please do make sure you check out your local laws and your local rules around this. Now, how often should you be emailing people? Now you have people on your list, how often do you email to them? There is no golden rule here. It's trial and error to find the right balance of sales versus annoyance for your subscribers and time versus outcome for you. I can tell you this, you're much more likely to send too few emails than too many. I know companies that send daily emails with no negative outcome. So don't worry so much about over emailing, worry more about under emailing. Not emailing enough can be more problematic for unsubscribes and low sales than emailing too often. I think we can all agree that it is really annoying when you get an email out of the blue from a business that you've purchased from years ago. People often don't even remember buying from you, so they hit that "this is spam" button really fast. Don't let your list go cold. If you're going to email once every 6 months or so, you're going to get those spam reports. People don't remember who you are. My best advice is to start with once every 6 weeks and then improve from there. Move that space closer and closer together and focus on consistency. And I know now you'll say, yeah, but I don't have time to get into email marketing. All right, so you don't have the time for email marketing? Cool. You don't have time to make money, so you must be really killing it with sales, because that's essentially what you're saying. So many women who tell me they don't have time for email marketing are spending a whole lot of time consciously and unconsciously on social media. If you're already making money from social media, then imagine what you could do when you pair that up with an email marketing campaign. And while we're talking about social media, guess what you don't own? Your social media platform or your followers. Guess what you do own? Your email subscribers. If you're finding time for social media but not email marketing, you're building a business on a platform that you have zero control or ownership over. Okay, so maybe you've been emailing but your results suck. There is a growth patch everybody needs to go through where you need to be emailing people to stay fresh in their minds, but your subscriber list maybe is so small that you're not generating sales from it yet. You need to keep going. Keep growing that list and stay front of mind. The payoff as your list grows will be huge. Now, there's a saying in business that the money is in the list, and it's never been more on point. If cash flow runs tight, if you get an unexpected big bill, you've got a goal that you want to reach, or you want to take a holiday, a healthy list can provide you with what you need. When you're planning your email marketing, ensure that you've got the right mix of interesting content, things about you and your business, your brand, your story, your products, and sales emails where you specifically ask your subscribers to purchase. Now, I make this mistake. I send a lot of free educational content, business planners, tips, tricks, and very few sales emails. So even I need to brush up on getting my balance right. Now, a final word on list building in case you're not already convinced. You don't own your social media platforms, as I mentioned before. If you're hacked or your account is banned for some reason, and I have seen them mistakenly banned or shut down, you lose all of that hard work. You've got no way of backing up your follower list. If you've ever tried to recover a hacked or shut down account, you'll know just how difficult it is. Social media platforms don't make money from people paying to use them. They make money from ads. So if your account is hacked or shut down, you will want to be a very big ad spender to get help fast. Sometimes even that doesn't make a difference. Email marketing platforms may allow you to start with a free account, but they will want you to move onto a paid account as soon as you grow. If your account is hacked or something else goes wrong, you're paying for the service, so you will likely get help very fast because they don't want to lose your business. They don't want to lose you as a customer. And finally, your list is also an asset of your business if you ever decide to sell. I need to write a blog post and record a video on how many women forget that as they're growing their business, they're growing a saleable asset. A business with a big, fat, healthy list of subscribers, well, that is worth a whole lot more than a business with no database. If you haven't started out with email marketing yet and you want to know what tool I use, it's ActiveCampaign. It has excellent support, super cheap starter accounts, and it integrates with almost everything. They also have a lot of really good quality training videos. Do what I did and start out with the Lite account. It has everything you could want and more. I hope I've gotten you all inspired to get started with your email marketing. I'm Melanie Miller from The Profit Lovers.